Oh, not at all. No, no.
I'm curious, Ms. Major, did you look at the current load of college debt and kind of, has anybody considered that in terms of our ability to save based on, the incomes we have not seen the growth, college debt, we've seen enormous growth. That's going to affect the dynamic of all this. The other thing I wanted to ask you, Dr. Major, is we talk about increasing the retirement age, and I was in an industry that, at 55 years old in the type of work I was in, heavy construction, or 60, increasing the retirement age just is not a practical thing for so many hundreds of thousands of people in this country. How do you manage that, knowing that maybe that's something we need to talk thoughtfully about with all the different dynamics of all the different types of employment out there?
Before you answer it, I'm going to turn this over to Congressman Delaney to close this out. But again, I wanted to thank our witnesses. I have to go to judiciary, but it was a very good hearing, and I hope some good legislative ideas will come out of it. Thank you.
Thanks for indulging me.
So to answer the first part of your question, I am not aware of any research, and I certainly have not conducted any that tries to make a link between college debt when individuals are entering the workforce and their subsequent retirement savings. But I certainly think it stands to reason that if you've got to pay a lot of money to pay off your student loan, you're going to have less money to contribute to a savings account and to accumulate retirement savings. And we know that starting early is the best way to save for retirement because of the power of compound interest. And I just blanked on your second question.
Different.
The retirement age, yeah, absolutely.
What people do for a living directly affects their ability to work less or more. And
yeah,
I was in a heavy construction. I know masons and laborers and carpenters who at 55 years old simply can't compete in their trade, and they certainly shouldn't have to move into some menial labor to survive. I mean, it just does not seem.
Well, the fact of the matter is, to make the system sustainable, if you're going to allow people to retire at 55, you're going to have.
Well, no, I mean, how do you manage that within all
higher
of that?
Taxes? I think the way you manage it is to think of some. To help workers with a transition strategy from those jobs those more physically demanding jobs that they may not be able to handle once they get to a certain age. To
growing our economy, getting people better wages, learning to save earlier, more, and having a target, and like you talked about, education. All of that is really something that as a society we need to develop, focus on, and understand how critical it has become.
Those issues are all related, and it would behoove us to think of the interconnections, absolutely.